Hey everyone, and welcome to a brand new video here on Aviation Code. In today's video we will be talking about Lufthansa's group latest announcement. Well, every quarter Lufthansa group, so every airline owned by Lufthansa, announces their profit or loss for the quarter, which is a very important document that financial investors need to decide whether or not to invest in Lufthansa. Anyways, on this quarter, which is the Q1 2019, so basically first quarter of 2019, Lufthansa Group posted a loss of 336 million euros. That is a very large loss, considered that last year Lufthansa made a huge profit of almost 1 billion euros for the full year. This huge loss was driven mainly by a higher fuel cost. So this quarter, Lufthansa had a fuel cost of around 200 million euros, which is much higher than it was before. So that's the main reason why their expenses were a bit higher than usual, and therefore their profits declined, which meant that they declined so much that they had a loss. Meanwhile, the Lufthansa Group generated a revenue of $7.9 billion in the first quarter, which means that their expenses are around $8.2 billion. That's in euros for the first quarter of 2019. The loss of 333 million dollars for the quarter is surprising, considering Lufthansa made a profit of $52 million on the first quarter of 2019. So we see a huge difference between the profits on Q1 for 2018 and a huge loss for Q1 2019, mainly driven by higher fuel costs. There's also a market-wide overcapacity in Europe, which means that airlines are having to drive their fares down, which is hurting their revenue, which is forcing some airlines to have losses. That's what happened with Lufthansa. The adjusted earnings before income tax for Lufthansa Cargo, which is just one of the airlines owned by Lufthansa, amounted for 24 million euros. That's a profit, not a loss, but it is much smaller compared to the 2018 profit for the first quarter, which was 72 million euros. Also, this 67% decline is attributable to the downward air freight market trends, especially on routes between Europe and Asia. So a smaller demand for cargo has amounted for a decrease in 60 million euros for profits for Lufthansa Cargo, which is the only cargo airline owned by the Lufthansa Group. Now there are more information about every financial statement that you want to see it on Lufthansa Group. I'm gonna put that in the description below. It will be the first link on the description if you want to read more about Lufthansa's financial status. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye, and make sure to subscribe to Aviation Code for more videos like this. Thank you.